Hey guys, Voltron here. I know automatically what you guys are thinking. I haven't posted a video in probably 2 weeks from tomorrow, I think. And that's just because I've been busy, and it's one of the few times of the sports year where there's like a buffer zone where almost nothing interesting happens. And at least my two favorite sports, basketball and football. And it's just been this past 2 weeks, but Thursday night, college football kicked off, so it's a lot more exciting now. Just a moment. So what I'm going to talk about is not necessarily my college football playoff opinion or whatever. I might do one mid-season, and that'll be over a month and from now. But I just like to talk about some teams in college football that I really like their chances of how they are going to be ranked in maybe the top 10 or whatever, they're going to move from where they are up. Now, a pretty obvious one that I think a lot of analysis and people like that have been talking about is the Houston Cougars. And the University of Houston, they started this season ranked number 15, and they faced Oklahoma on Saturday, I believe. Yeah, it was Saturday. And they beat them. And in case you didn't know, Oklahoma was number 3 in the country, behind Alabama, of course, Roll Tide, and Clemson. And that's a really big deal because a lot of people were saying Oklahoma had, I believe, the number 2 odds to win the national championship this year, which is really big that Houston beat them. And after looking at Houston's roster and different people, they have a super explosive offense. Their defense isn't the best, but if you can score 33 points in the opening game against Oklahoma, you have a really good offense. Another team besides Houston is the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia had a lot of potential last year with Nick Chubb being he was either a sophomore or junior, and so he's either a junior or senior this year. So Nick Chubb, he got injured. He put 2 or 3 200-yard games, and then I forgot what he tore. It was something in his leg, and you kind of need your legs for football, much less running back. That's the position that you need it most for, except maybe wide receiver. But anyway, Nick Chubb, he was said to be the favorite to win the Heisman after his first 2 or 3 weeks, but he got injured, and they faced Carolina. Georgia was ranked 18th. Carolina was ranked 22nd, I want to say, in the nation, and Georgia beat them by 10 points, I think. Around 10 points, and Nick Chubb had a very good game. Now, I don't think he'll win the Heisman. I think that's between 3 players, right? Really? 4. I'd say 4. And that is Deshaun Watson, quarterback for Clemson, Dalvin Cook, running back for Florida State, Christian McCaffrey, running back from Stanford, and then Leonard Fournette, running back for LSU. But Georgia is still out there, and I don't know if they're going to win the SEC this year, but they're going to be competing with Alabama for that conference title spot. I already know it. They have a very powerful team. Here. And then another team, and it is probably because they did beat LSU, who was ranked number 5 in the nation, was Wisconsin, who wasn't actually ranked in the top 25. And I found this really, good that Wisconsin beat LSU. I mean, it was only 16-14, and it was based off, in my opinion, a pretty lucky play. But they played a really good game, because I thought LSU would beat them by close to 20 points, especially with Leonard Fournette. Granted, Fournette did still have a great game. He had a very good game. But I feel like the quarterback for LSU just didn't perform. And, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, LSU, they lost. So, and there's a lot of people saying that they had really good odds to win the championship. And, well, they kind of lost their first game against an unranked opponent. So imagine going up against the number 1, 2, 3, 4 team in the nation. They would get probably blown out, at least looking at how they played yesterday. Now, that's something that I'd like to say. And then another team that is actually kind of intriguing that I find, like, I'm not really sure about, is Alabama, who's ranked number 1 in the nation. They've won, I think it's 4 national championships in the past 7 years, which is insane. The others, I believe, belong to Auburn, who had Cam Newton. Florida State, who had Jameis Winston, and now he plays for the Buccaneers. And then Ohio State, who had people like Ezekiel Elliott, who's on the Cowboys, and Cardell Jones, and people like that. But that's insane to have that, but they have this freshman quarterback that's coming in. Now, they still have a really good running back group, even though they lost Derrick Henry, who won the Heisman last year, which, if you didn't know, or if you don't know, is the biggest award that you can possibly get in college football. I mean, it's the best individual award. The best team award is obviously, in my opinion, the national championship. It's a pretty big team award. But, yeah. Crap, what was I thinking? Oh, yeah, Alabama. And their freshman QB, he had some moments where he showed potential, but I think they should have been safe, and, probably who he was, I think it was like number 8 or something, they should have started him. Now, even though they blew out USC, University of Southern California, even though they blew them out of the water, I still think they need to watch out for the rookie quarterback in the SEC, much less playing for Alabama, starting for them. It's the first time in a while that Alabama has used a freshman as a starter quarterback. And I don't know. We'll just have to see. So yeah, that's it for now, and Sabra!